Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things. I hope you guys are having a great day today. It's not a bad day out, a little chilly, but hey, we're having fun today. Today, it's a beautiful day, so welcome. It is Tuesday, March 29th, and I hope you guys are having a great day. Check the website right there at the bottom of the screen, TonyOceanMusic.com. Give us a call at 847-769-8609. The show is still Monday through Friday, folks, and Mondays and Tuesdays and Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We usually have guests, but that will start up on Wednesday of this week. And then, of course, Tuesday is usually call-in Tuesday, and then Thursday my wife, of course, is my co-host, Laura Ocean. And this Thursday is special because it's our 2-year anniversary. 2-year anniversary this Thursday, folks, of Ocean's Pit, of you guys watching everything. So we're excited about that. Now, every show is dedicated to the first responders, the doctors, the nurses, the firemen, the policemen, of course, the teachers, the farmers, but mostly it's dedicated to people like you. And we're still happy that we're still doing this thing, folks. So we really do appreciate it. Let's get down to some business here. First of all, let's talk about our sponsors. We got our good buddies from McCampbell Law Group. Roy McCampbell, attorney at law, a statewide law practice that is client-focused and results-driven. If you're looking for an honest lawyer and the guy that does the job and does it right, call my buddy Roy McCampbell. Give him a call at 708-275-4264. He'll try to take care of the best he can with his knowledge. Also, folks, let's not forget our good buddies from Airtight Windows. Siding and specialist, family owned for 30 years for honesty and quality. Do it right with Airtight. You're looking for good windows, saving energy. Airtight. Lou's been in the business and family for so many years. He's trustworthy, and he does a great job with his company. So give Lou a call at 708-788-5000. Tell him Tony O sent you. Now, folks, don't forget, now you can also find us. We need you guys to follow us on Twitter right there at the bottom of the screen. And also, we need you to follow us on YouTube. Push that button, ring it, push the bell, ring it, subscribe to YouTube on the Ocean's Pit channel. Please do, and support local entertainers like myself. Also, folks, if you get a chance today, if you're watching the show, share it. Push the button and share it because we got a little show lined up for you guys tonight. Don't forget our friends from Trico Hair Experts. That's our good buddies from Anthony and Carmela. 773-999-7888. Recreating great hair dares. Forget, that comb over, folks. You can get real hair. Very simple. I did it. I've seen it. It could be done. Women get it. Men, women, children, whatever you need. They're from Rosemont, Illinois. They do a great job. 773-999-7888. That's Trico Hair Experts, recreating great hair days. And let's not forget Don Esteban Cigars out of Tarpon Springs, Florida. Hand rolls, send them right to your house. Call our buddy Javier at 727-366-7536. It's the season. It's getting warmer now. Cigars are going to be out again. You're going to be out doing it. So check it out. We got a lot of good things happening today, folks. It's showtime. So let's go to work, everybody.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things. And now, your host, Mr. Tony Ocean.
Thank you, Nelson, and thank you guys for tuning in today. Today is Tuesday, the 29th of March. I just want to say thank you to our good buddy Jimmy Marchese over there at River Cafe yesterday. I took my sister's birthday was this past weekend, and but she was away. She went away to Wisconsin to one of those spas somewhere, so she was gone. So we couldn't get a hold of, we couldn't spend the birthday day with her. So I took her out yesterday to River Cafe. She likes Rivers over there in River Grove. I do too. My mother loves it. So we went there yesterday and had some great dinner. We started off with a little baked clams, a little grilled calamar. She had some pork chops. I had the great sausage and pepper dinner. Of course, we had a couple cocktails. Richard, how you doing? Mary, Mark, hope you're doing well. Greg, my good buddy Greg from Taverna on Division. And speaking of guests, Greg is going to be on the show tomorrow. My good buddy Greg from Taverna on Division, also the owner of the Joint Pizza Place in Melrose Park. We had Greg on earlier in the year when we first started the show. He was one of our early guests talking about the restaurant business. But now we're going to talk to Greg 2 years later, after 2020. What's it like in the restaurant business? If things changed, how have they changed? If they got better, what still needs to be done? So Greg will be our guest tomorrow at Taverna on Division. So we're excited about that, having Greg on. Then also we're going to have a great guest on this Friday, folks. That's right. She was a honey bear. That's right, Patricia Gramosa Reed. She got a book out called Home Honey Bears Missing from Their Sidelines in Football. So she's going to be our guest on Friday, talking about the experience about the Honey Bears and why they're not there anymore in football, especially with the Chicago Bears. So that's going to be this Friday. She's going to be our guest. So Patty's a great lady. Come to see us all the time. So it's great. Dave Zamel, my good pal. I love you, Dave. I miss you, brother. Thank you for always being there for us. I hope you're having a great day. Ronnie B, I hope you're having good, my friend. Carol, everybody. Danny. Hey, Danny, hope you're doing well. With Joanne, Kathy, Albert. I can't. My eyes aren't there today. So anyway, so yesterday, like I said, was just me and my sister, and we had a great little birthday dinner, and it was nice. Stopped by my mom's for a little bit. Rosa, hope you're doing Chris Minardi. Yeah, you got to love Taverna. What's not to like? Great food. Taverna is good for great fine dining. And then right next door is the Joint. We get some great pizza. You can do some gambling. It's great. And outside that patio, man, voted the best patio in the suburbs of Chicago. You can't beat that patio, folks. Can't get a seat at all. So it's like months in advance to get seats when that patio opens, and it's right around the corner. Phil, Felicia, I hope you're doing well, brother. I'm glad you're doing. Tony Toto, my good friend, man. What a great drummer you are, Tony, and a good friend. Thank you. Chris Minardi, great guitar player. Chris can be part of our. Now, what are we going to plug? Let's plug it, folks. You know what we need to plug. You know what's going to happen. Sunday, May 29th. It's 30 years of Tony Ocean. 30 years, whether you like it or not. 30 years of Tony Ocean live at the Des Plaines Theater. Sunday, May 29th. It's produced by Ron Onesti and Nick Sahajas. Nick Sahajas putting together, of course, Nick is the world known for the great Piano Man, tribute to Billy Joel and Elton John. And he's putting together the band. Chris Minardi is going to be part of that group. Jack Scallion's going to be a lot of great guys, musicians, of course, part of the band, the core of that night. And then we're bringing up different people through the night. Fred Harper, Ricky, how you doing? Fred Harper, Johnny Coco's. You can't beat that over there in Bloomingdale. Great place, great food. Just love it, man. Great place. All right, so Sunday, May 29th. Let me tell you, man, what's going on. People saying you're having all these guests. Well, here's how it's working. It's a 3 o'clock show, 3 to 5. And it's going to be great because it's not only going to have Nick in the band, it's going to have members of my main event band, Tony Toto, Danny Raimondi coming up and doing one song in between. You know, they're just going to come up. And then we have the Jersey Girls, John Vincent from the Chicago Cubs. Great singer, the Rat Pack, Bill and Elliot, Jack D'Amico, Matt Cassane, Diva Montel, Regina Karma. They're all going to do one song, or they're going to do duets with me. And that's how this night is going to flow. The Dream Police will be kicking off the second set, my tribute to Cheap Trick. And Mojo's Jukebox, my new rock band, will be there as well. So it's going to be a fun day celebrating 30 years. I got to thank Ron Onesti for that, for letting me do this. We did the 25th anniversary at the Speakeasy in St. Charles, but this time we're going to be at the Des Plaines Theater Sunday, May 29th, folks. oshows.com. That's simple. Get tickets at oshows.com. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now, we got coming up this week. Wednesday, we'll be at Rosario's in Roselle with my good pal Jeff Dubray. That's a 7:30 hit. Thursday, we'll be at Cucina, Zaza's Cucina in Park Ridge. That's a 7:30 hit as well with Jerry Jams Renda. Friday will be the return of Rhino Ryan at Chicago Prime Steakhouse this Friday, April 1st day. April Fool's. Saturday, we'll be at River Cafe. First time we've been at River on a Saturday in a long time. It's going to be a lot of fun. And also making an appearance that night is Marty and Mike Restivo. Mike Restivo and Marty and the guys from Mojo's Jukebox. We're coming out and playing some songs. to promote our big show coming up Thursday, April 14th at the Riley's Ale House with Mojo's Jukebox, my new rock band, which is a lot of fun. And Mistaken Identity is the band. When I'm not with them, they're Mistaken Identity. They've been around for years, and they're on the tour with Chicago right now. Chicago, the big rock band, the big pop band, Chicago. So when they're not with me, they're Mistaken Identity, and when with me, we do Mojo's Jukebox. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Albert, how you doing, my good buddy? Tony, how you doing? August, good, my friend. I hope you're doing. Augustin, I hope you're doing well, my friend. John Gianardo celebrating 30 years. I've known John many, many years. Another gentleman, another guy that's out there that's always doing kindness for people and popping in places and dropping off gifts and doing what he does. Kind heart, him and his lovely wife. So, John, thank you for all your support, and I hope Squirrely is doing well. I hope he's going to be busy for this summer. I'm sure he is. Yeah, Erica, thank you, honey. Always great seeing you. Thank you for coming Sunday to Port Edwards. Tony Bisek, yeah, thank you. Second year. Now, this Thursday will be our 2-year anniversary. So me and my wife going to have a little fun celebrating. Who knew we'd last this long? And it's because of you people. Taco Tuesday with Dave Antonelli. Dave, I'll see you tonight. Now, tonight, I'm going to go visit my buddy Joe Catafio. Joe's been a great musician for many, many years in Jade 50s and the Giant Killers. He's also went out and doing the U.S. tour, doing all those U.S. tour shows, traveling all over the world with the great rock bands. Well, tonight, he's back in the circuit again. He's playing around again. He came to see me last Thursday at Taverna, and he's playing in a place called Puck's Pub Grill in Lake Bluff. And he's going to have Jimmy Sands there tonight. Yes, Jimmy Sands singing Gloria. G-L-O-R-A, Gloria. But Keith Grant's going to be there, a great guitar player, originally from J50s. Keith played with me sometimes too, and we're going to be doing some songs together with Joe. So that's me tonight, 6 o'clock. It starts at Puck's Pub. It's not a regular Tony Ocean show. I'm just going there to support my friend and singing a couple songs while I'm there. So it's going to be a lot of fun tonight at Puck's in Lake Bluff, Illinois. Puck's Puppin'. Try to say that. Puck's, like a hockey puck. Puck's Bar and Grill tonight at 6 o'clock. Lake Bluff, baby. Peter Prado, how you doing? Jerry Jams, how you doing? Good. So we got a busy week, folks. Don't forget now, also May 1st, we will be at the Arcada Theater for the St. Jude's benefit put together by Nick and Phyllis Sahajas. All the money goes for St. Jude's for Phyllis's brother, Jimmy Zito. It's going to be a good guy. Oshows.com. Get tickets on that. A lot of great entertainers are going to be there. So that's a lot of fun. And our next road trip will be the April 24th, Sunday, St. Louis at the Casa Loma Ballroom with Ocean's Rat Pack meets Everett Dean. That meets Elvis Presley. Dinner and show. So we're excited about that. A lot of good stuff to talk about today, folks. And a lot of good gigs coming up next week. Returning to Zaza's in Lake Barrington. That is April 7th. April 9th, returning to Tavern on the Point. That's right, on Saturday night in Edison Park. Sunday will be, April 10th will be at the Speakeasy, Ron Onesti Speakeasy on Sunday. On the 16th, going back to one of my favorite places in Highland Park, Norton's in Highland Park on the 16th. Back to JC Pub on Wednesday, April 21st. Taverna on Division, finally back there on a Saturday night, April 23rd. Venuities on the 28th of April. That's right. Port Edwards on the 30th of April in Algonquin. So a lot of good things to talk about. All right. Let's get to the nitty gritty here, folks, if we can. Yes, you're right. Barb and John Gennardo are always doing deeds for kindness. It's amazing how they keep it up. I got to tell you, what was really funny one day, he does a lot of great stuff, him and his wife, and he sent out invitations telling everybody that they won the lottery. And it was a bunch of his friends that he picked, and he invited everybody to a party, and everybody's, won the lottery. And it was kind of cool. We want to share our winnings with you. And I'm going to tell you the ingenious thing that he did, which I still think is one thing that's, I've never seen it done before. I thought it was just classic. And it was just really cool. Everybody got an envelope, and it was cool. I think they won like $300 or something. So they gave everybody a penny and a dime or something. Thank you for being our friends. It was just the most classic thing I've ever seen, and it's still one of the. It was typical John Giannardo pulling some magic out of his hat to come up with a pretty cool idea like that. And thank you, John, for that invite. By the way, I appreciate it, my brother. All right, so let's see what we got here. If it's crazy right now, what we're talking about freedom of speech. Is freedom of speech necessary for a real democracy? Do we really have freedom of speech in this country? I don't know. I say what I want on this show. I mean, I'm not national. That's probably why I'm getting away with everything I'm saying. But can you say what you want to say anymore? Look what happened at the Oscars. Look what happens if you say something wrong. I grew up with a time where you said what you said, and it is what it is. And everybody is now so anal and so sensitive of certain things. I can understand. General, how you doing, my friend? Connie, I hope you're doing well. Connie, no, you're absolutely right. There is no more freedom of speech. You're going to insult people no matter what you say. Well, there you go. Now there goes into the race thing again, Rosa. You know, it's a little tight subject there, what you're talking about, but I agree what you're saying. Sometimes you can get away with it in some fields, and some fields you can't. I mean, we're going to talk about the Oscars again a little later on in the program, but that's just an example of the freedom of speech. And then, of course, it was two African-American men on the stage. If it was a white and African-American man together, it would have been brutal. It would have been all over. So I don't know. In certain situations, it's sorry and it's true. You're right, Rosa, and it's scary and it's sad and scary. But here's a perfect example. This goes back maybe 10 years ago when people weren't as anal as they are now or sensitive as they are now. Before Greaseball, Mick, Kraut, Jew, Spick. Dago. It was just part of the neighborhood. It was part of the way you grew up. Just sometimes there was a show of affection, like me and my buddy Dennis Quinn. I always call, hey, you, I love you, you Irish prick. That's what I call him. How's the beer? How's the beer drinking? For you. So it was just something that was it's just gone. It seems like we have the ability to say whatever we want. We just get judged by everyone. Ron, there's a perfect one. Ron coming up, Shammer coming up with another good one there. It depends on who's saying it, when you're saying it, how you're saying it. At the Hyatt, I remember doing a gig at the Hyatt downtown, and I stole this joke. This joke is so old that Groucho Marx used it on this TV show, You Bet Your Life. What was that, late 40s, right? Early 50s, late 40s? There was a family that was celebrating. Usually at my shows, I ask if anybody's celebrating anything, right? So there was a lady that was celebrating a 50-year anniversary. She had 8 kids or 9 kids, whatever it was. And I said, why so many kids? And the wife goes, man, I just love children. And I stole this joke from Groucho, and I used it 10 years ago, and the lady flipped out. The husband's in tears laughing, but the lady flipped out. I said, I love my cigars too, but I take it out of my mouth every now and then. And I think that's funny. But, oh, how dare you? And that was 10 years ago. How about in Florida, calling people gay is no longer proper? Now calling the same group of people queer is proper. That's suspicious. Now, there you go, Albert. My good buddy Albert, Carl Folks from the Ronald Nesty organization. Some of those terms are endearment. Gil, how you doing, buddy? I got to get Gil on the show. We're trying to get him on. But yeah, you can't. This is in Florida now. You can't call him gay anymore, but you can call him queer. I mean, what the? It's crazy. There you go, Ronnie B. If you don't like what I say, talk to my attorney. You can't even fart in the elevator anymore without offending someone. Well, there you go. Or especially in line at the grocery store. But what I'm trying to say is it's a hypocrisy that kills me. One person can say something and have no repercussions, but the other forbid another person, and gets canceled. Yeah, well, there you go. You're going right to the Roseanne situation. The View can say whatever the fuck they want and get away with it. But God forbid someone else says it, they're off the air. There used to be a cultural belief that if I picked on you, it's because I liked you. Gil, you were absolutely right. And I'm going to tell you a little bit of an example. Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr. up on stage, always ripping Sammy. The little Jew, blah, blah, blah. Smokey, because he smoked a lot of cigarettes. And one thing that I remember, a Los Angeles newspaper interviewed Sammy Davis Jr. before he died, and he asked him, how was it back then getting all those ribs? You know, when one of Sammy's jokes was he'd come up on stage and he'd go, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a little bit half a Native American. I'm a Native American. I'm a male black man, and I'm Jewish. He goes, so when I move into a neighborhood, I wipe it out. But Sammy Davis Jr. said that the minute that people stop picking on you or something, that means you're in trouble. That means they don't like you anymore. Picking and jabbing and talking shit is the show of affection. And that's what it's about. I mean, that's why Gil was right. It used to be that way. Kathy, that's a good question. What is the difference between gay and queer? I would like someone to tell me. How about the people whose names are gay? I mean, back in the day, there would always be somebody's name was gay. That was her name. What is the difference between gay and queer? I don't know. It's not for me to say, but I don't know. You know, it's just crazy right now. And we wonder why the word is so soft these days. Yeah. Get rid of the political bullshit is absolutely right. So freedom of speech is not there, folks. It is in some ways, but it really isn't. And sad to say, it really is sad. It's just thank you, Ricky. It just doesn't make any sense. It don't make any sense, folks. Here's something funny. I see people climbing mountains and zip lining. And here I am feeling good about myself that I got my leg through my shorts this morning with holding my balance without falling over. The simplest things in the world is crazy. Felice, what do you say, my foot? Wait, Albert, I wish I could feel that way when I'm picked on. I feel belittled, being part of me, I guess. Well, nobody should feel belittled, Albert. I hate people that belittle people. I hate people that bully people. I speak up for that shit. You get in trouble for it. You get in trouble for it. But nobody should be talked down to. And nobody should be bullied. There's no reason for it. No reason to be bullied. Nobody's better than anybody. Just because you got a bigger house than I do, or you got a better car, you got a better job, or your mommy and daddy left you money and my mommy and daddy didn't, or you married rich and I didn't. Nobody should be belittled. Everybody makes their own. Everybody's own different in their own different ways. You know, I don't dress like that person. I don't drink what they drink. I don't listen to what they listen to music-wise. I don't like it. It doesn't mean I'm going to destroy them about it. It's just me. While in the hospital, a doctor would ask me questions after my stroke. The doctor asked me who was the president of the United States. Then there was about 15 doctors and nurses in the room. I told them, we don't have one. I bet you that got a big stir in that hospital. I'm hoping I'm hoping that at least some of the nurses clapped and laughed along with you on that. Joey Nashka, my good buddy, I hope you're feeling well, buddy. Jerry Jam says gay, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, intersex. There's so many different words. I don't know anymore. For those who bully are usually jealous of you. And that's right, they are. I've always thought you can't tease someone. if you don't like them. There you go, Jack. Jack Gale, great guy. Great seeing you and Bonnie this past Saturday at Bellagio. Thanks a lot, Jack. And you're absolutely right. Most did laugh. There you go, most. And you know which side they were on. We had a little laugh in there. Ocean's Pit, a little show about big things, folks. What do we got here? Burger King in London has a Burger King that's just all meatless. Let me tell you something. When they came out when they came out with that Impossible Burger, I go, I can't taste that great. I tried it and I loved it. To be honest with you, folks, I could not taste the difference between a Whopper and an Impossible Burger. Impossible Whopper. I thought it tasted great. So if this stuff is supposed to be the future, and now they're going to be doing stuff without meat in it, and they have a lot of this Burger King in London and Europe. In the UK, some of their Burger Kings have a lot more meatless products to sell than they do here in the United States. So interesting. I like to see. Thank you, Morris. Thank you, Joe. I'd like to see what happens with that. But try the Impossible Burger. If you never got a chance to try it, it's not too bad. It's a little bit more expensive than a regular Whopper, but it is very good. According to Fox News, police dog finds $10.5 million worth of cocaine in a load of tomatoes. Boy, they keep trying to sneak stuff in, don't they, folks? This is the dogs, police dogs, which they do what they do. They're trained to do. They're very good dogs. They find $10.5 million worth of cocaine in loads of tomatoes. Very crazy. Man, good job for the dog doctors there. All right, let's see. What do we got here? Oh, someone sent me this, Tony. I goes, Tony, someone sent me this saying, Tony, I know sometimes you might get hangovers. No, I don't get hangovers because when I drink, it's Jack Daniels and water. And usually it's the mix that gives you the hangover. If I drank Jack Daniels and Coke, then I would have the hangover because it's the sugar that gives you the hangover. You know what I mean? But they sent me a detox thing, a detox mix that you guys want to listen to if you have that thing. And it's not only good for hangovers, but it's good to clean your insides out. And it's pretty simple, Apple cider, here's what you need to do. You need to take some apple cider vinegar, 2 teaspoons, 2 teaspoons of lemon juice, 1 teaspoon of honey, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, and 1 giant glass of water. Mix it all together and drink one of those a day, and it'll help clean you out. Not only will it help you clean you out, but it'll help you lose weight, control your appetite, improve your digestive system, clean out your body, detox, gets rid of all that. You know what? Nice apple cider vinegar is good for you. You say you should have a shot a day or something like that. It's supposed to be good for you, but that's not a bad little thing to try it out, to try to detox if you guys ever do that. No wonder I was charged up after my last BLT sandwich. There you go, Ronnie. Absolutely. Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things. You know what we got today? It's time for Deutsch Power Center, another sponsor servicing the construction and diesel industry for the last 100 years. Call Sal at 224-276-6550. That's Deutsch Power Center. If you're in the construction business, especially now that the summer's coming, they're out of Elgin. Great company. That's Deutsch Power Center. All right. So detox. We learned about detox today. We learned about freedom of speech. All right. Here's a question to all you guys. Everybody watching here today. Your friends or family are coming into Chicago. They've never been to Chicago. What restaurant are you taking them to? Robert, Tony, Ron, Jack, you got friends coming in from out of state or out of the country who've never been to Chicago, Illinois. What restaurant do you bring them to show them what Chicago is all about? Now, where I would take them, got to take them to Mr. Beef, got to take them to Rosebud, got to take them to Gene and Jude's. Dick says Capitol Grill. Well, Dick is like I think he owns part of Capitol Grill, Dick. Dick saying, folks, how you doing, Dick, my good friend? La Scarola, yeah, Ron, great place. Gibson's, you would take them to, sure. Is that going to show what Chicago is about, or is that just because it's a great restaurants? Carmine's, there you go. Avanzar. All right, there you go, Patrick. I'll be back there this month on a Wednesday. We'll be back in April. So thank you, Patrick. Portillo's, Gene and Jude's, White Castle, DiAugustino's. I don't know if that's still there. Oh, that was great. Jay's Beef, Mr. Beef, Johnny's Beef, White Castle, New Star. If you're in the Elmwood Park area, would you take them? Take them to Manny's. There you go in Elmhurst, Robert. Would you take them to Russell's in Elmwood Park for barbecue? I don't know. There's a lot of great places that we all talk about. So Al's Beef, of course. The Trump Tower, I would take them, show them where the greatest president lived. Yes, there you go. There you go, Erica. I agree. Yeah, so, yeah, you got some great – I found most of the stuff that you're saying. Dennis, how you doing, buddy? You guys should be getting your Dennis, you should be getting your Bill Melton picture soon. Went out Monday. And Marion should get her Jim McMahon thing and the book as well. So Rico Benny's. Okay, I haven't been there in a long time. Have not been there in a while. Tofano's, of course. Let's not forget. Vito and Nick's. I've not been there in a long time, Ron, but it's a good spot. Yeah, I'd bring them to Taverna. I'd bring them to all the places I played if they were in town. You know, bring them especially if they have the outdoor patio. You can bring them to Andy Moretti's for some good food. River Cafe, of course, Bellagio, Taverna, any place. Armand's, yeah, Russell's with Albert. I'd make sure Albert was there. 99th floor. John Hancock, yeah. Take them to see you perform. Oh, Phil, that's it. You're the best. God bless you, brother. Salute to everybody. And I hope you're feeling better. All right, we got birthdays now. Let's get some birthdays underway. Ellie McPherson, she was a Sports Illustrated model, turns 59 years old today. John Popper, lead singer and harmonica player from Blues Traveler, 55 years old. Lady Gaga celebrates her birthday today. Another classy lady. When you watched her at the Oscars and she was supposed to do something, give away an award with Liza Minnelli, and Liza couldn't make it up and she almost fell. But Lady Gaga grabbed her and said, I got you. There's a woman that just, I don't care much for some of her music, but she just respects the old school actors and actresses and movie stars and singers who paved the way for the younger generation. So happy birthday, Lady Gaga. A great voice, the original singer from the band Toto, Bobby Kimball, celebrates a birthday. Conchata Ferrell, she was the maid in the Two and a Half Men, 79 years old. My good friend from the south side of Chicago, Beth Ewing. I hope you're doing well, Beth. Hope to see you soon. My good buddy, Andy Hawk, Deputy Chief Commander, Police of Elmwood Park, Illinois. Andy, hope you have a great birthday. Zaza's Lake Barrington, another great place, which we will be there next Thursday. Thank you, Linda. Great place, great food. Yeah, yes, about Lady Gaga. Just one classy lady here. Eric Idle, members of the Mighty Python's Holy Grail. Also, he played Dirk McCansky in the TV show The Ruddles, where they made fun of the Beatles. Eric Idle, 79 years old. Christopher Lambert, 65 years old, another great actor. Perry Farrell, singer from Jane's Addiction, turns 63 years old today. And last but not least, Lucy Lawless, Elvira, of course, turns 54 years old today. Happy birthday, Ocean's Pit. Little show about big things. Boop, boop, boop. Wednesday, my guest will be Greg from Taverna this Wednesday, talking about the restaurant business, how it's changed since he was on when 2020 was there, last time he was on. So he's going to be talking about the restaurant tomorrow. And then Friday, Patricia. I really like this. She's a great lady. Comes and sees me a lot at Chicago Prime Steakhouse. Patricia Gramosa Reed. She was a Chicago Bear honey bear. She also has her own book out about honey bears. Why are they on the sidelines? It's going to be interesting to hear her take on what happened to the honey bears and why we don't have them. So she's going to be our guest on Friday. And don't forget, this Thursday is our 2-year anniversary. 222. My lovely wife, we're going to have a lot of fun. Gaga's a class act. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. You got to love that. Oh, she also said, Lady Gaga says she will not, who keeps asking her out for coffee is Caitlyn Jenner. Bruce Jenner at one time, but she says she doesn't want coffee with Caitlyn Jenner. Neither would I, to be honest with you. I don't know. One thing I have to say, though, about the Kardashians and stuff, I know people make fun of them and stuff, and no talent this, whatever people say, but they've got talent. They know how to shop their brand. They know what they're doing. And what I like about them in one way, they did take care of their own. All their kids got a job. All their friends got jobs. All got money. I mean, they all take care of their. So that's one thing I have to give kudos to the Kardashians for. Another thing I have to give is that Caitlyn Jenner, Bruce Jenner, who's the father, of course, and we got the operation, of course. I have to give him kudos too, because he wasn't happy as a man his whole life. Okay. He could have got the sex. He could have done that whole thing earlier in his career. But he waited. He waited till his kids got older. He waited till he was older, and he got the operation and got it done. That's his own thing. But at least he did it because he did it after his kids were already famous and stuff. So the kids probably wouldn't get ridiculed and picked on because, oh, your father is not a man, he's a woman, blah, blah, blah. So you got to give him a little kudos for that too. That's what I do. Jackie, I hope you're doing well. I hope to come see you. Come see one of the shows soon. I hope to see you on. And of course, Kathy, when your sister's back in town, you guys got to both come out. I'm sure they have a marketing team. Yeah, they do, Jackie. They do have a great marketing team. But if you ever see some of their friends that they all got jobs, it's like, which was kind of cool. That's probably the only thing. I like the mother. I thought the mother was cool. I didn't care. The mother's got a brain in her head. Smart Albert. The mother is my favorite out of that show. My mother is the favorite out of that show. Absolutely. All right. So what do we got here? Put me in a room with the same people who don't like me and watch how friendly everybody becomes. God, that is a perfect thing that we talk about all the time. The two-faced people, when they shake your hands and when they walk away, they go, look at that shit, or whatever they say, right? I mean, let's make sense. It all goes back to the movie Donnie Brasco, when De Niro and his crew, not De Niro, Al Pacino and Michael Manson and the group of one Italian gang from one town, the mob guys, go into the other town. They go into that big nightclub, and they walk in the door and they look over to the other side. They go, look at those pieces of shit over there. Let's go over there and say hi. So, and then when you get there, hey, how you doing? You buy each other a drink, but you've been ripping each other the whole time. So that is a perfect. You put me in a room with someone don't like me, you see how friendly everybody gets. Love Bruce Jenner back then. Yeah, I like Bruce too. Let's do it, right, Jonas? Hope you're feeling well, Joe. We talked about this yesterday, about the kids when we were growing up, could play cowboys and Indians. Now a kid can't play an Indian. How can a kid not play an Indian, but a woman can pretend to be a man, or a man can pretend to be a woman? See, I don't care what anybody does on their own thing, but then let it be fair everywhere. Let it be a fair playing field. Let anybody do what the hell they want to do. If they want to be a man, become a woman, become a man, whatever they want to do. But that's their business. But now kids can't even play cowboys and Indians anymore. It's a crazy world we're living in, folks. Crazy world we're living in. All right. Let's get to the Oscars again. We mentioned it. We had a little information. We had some fun with it, with the Oscars. Of course, we all know Chris Rock, a comedian who ball busts and makes fun of people for many, 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 many years. All his movies, sarcastic. He's a sarcastic comic. He always hits the punch. He always makes fun of people. That's his thing. That's his job. That's what made him famous. Whether you like it or not, that's what he does. Now, Will Smith and his wife sitting in the audience. We all know the story. We know that his wife, Jada Pinkett, whatever her name is, got a problem with some hair issue with her, whatever she's got. So Chris Rock made a comment, of course, about G.I. Jane 2 and blah, 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 blah. And when he said it, we all see Will Smith smiling, amused, laughing. He looks over his wife. His wife looks like he's pissed off. He gets up and he charges the stage. Number one, if that was a regular person, if that was a person who just bought a ticket and charged the stage, they would have been attacked. Nobody said anything because of Will Smith going up there. If you're really angry if somebody just ripped into your wife, you'd be giving him a punch, not a little slap. So do I believe it was staged? To some degree, yes, I do. They're showing clips now of afterwards, after the clips they're showing that, sorry, Bella's joining us. After the clips, after you show some of the clips that they were showing. Okay, honey. Okay, Bella. I know. Oh, all right. Okay, Bella. Yeah, I miss you too. Okay. And that's our dog, Bella. I'm sorry. Anyway, so do I believe? Yes. I mean, I lost my concentration now. When I get my dogs here, I get all crazy. All right. Anyway, so if you insulted your wife, you're going to go hit the guy. Or you know what? Hit him backstage, not live on television like that. Will Smith said the same type of joke, Arsenio Hall's band member. See, Patrick, that's what I mean. Completely stage events, no doubt about it. I agree. Lori, I agree. Lori, how you doing, honey? It was a year ago we had you and Franny on the show, huh? I seen you shared that. That was actually very cool. Love to have you guys back on again. And there, Patrick is showing you guys some stuff that happened before. How about Ricky Gervais? Ripping on everybody. Nobody said shit to him. Google 2016 Oscars about Chris Rock and Jada Pinkett. He ripped her on there too. Yeah, Richard. Yeah, so I'm sure there was some animosity from the old something that happened before. But as a comic, that's what you do. That's what you do. That's why they bring Chris Rock on. That's why they bring Ricky Gervais on. That's why they bring these comics on. It was the lowest rating Oscar ever in history. It was the lowest rating Oscars in history. Nobody watches this shit anymore. Back in the time, it was like, wow, this was cool because you had great movies, you had great actors, you had great actresses, you had it's just garbage now. It's just garbage. No disrespect to the Marvel movies, but congratulations, the best movie was Spider-Man 39. I mean, come on. How many times can this die and keep coming back? Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things. If you guys are watching, folks, I want you guys to go to Hardcore Italians Chicago and like it. Like the page, the Facebook page, Hardcore Italians Chicago. Like it, support it. Great Facebook page. All right. Grow a pair. That's allowed nowadays, you know, whether you should them or not. There you go, Ron. Who guessed they score in the contest of the Bears 85 beating England? I think it was Marion. Marion who won that, Albert. Do you think that they should take Will Smith Award away? Yes, Rosa. Get rid of that stupid award. He shouldn't have got it. Then he said he apologized to Chris Rock. He apologized. Of course he apologized. I lost my control. Love makes me do crazy things. You know what? I do have to say one thing, though. Chris Rock could have hit him back, and he didn't. He kind of kept his composure, which makes me wonder if it was rigged. Because if you went at somebody and you hit somebody live on national television, you're embarrassing yourself as well by taking a bitch slap from Will Smith and you not reacting. He didn't do anything. So if it was really that pissed, you would have went out with that guy with a fist, not with a little slap like Joe from the Three Stooges. Oh, not so hard. If you watch the Three Stooges, you know what I'm talking about. So, yeah, lowest rating in history. Well, I believe it was fixed to some degree. Maybe got out of hand. I don't know. It's pretty stupid. It's wasted talking about that. And what pisses me off is that off the screen, Denzel Washington gave the Lifetime Achievement Award to Samuel Jackson, not on television. And there was a big hug and embrace. That wasn't on television. Why didn't they put that on television? I mean, come on. Samuel Jackson did a lot of great movies, and he got a Lifetime Achievement Award. That was not shown on television. Denzel Washington giving that. Why? Right? That should have been shown. Making fun of people's disability is rude. The woman's hair fall out. Chris Rock's a joke. Making fun of the wife's ballet was rude. Yes, Becky, was rude. You're absolutely right. And that's what I said. I agree with you 100%. But it's also what he does. He's done it in 2016. He does that for a living. So, and obviously there's got to be some friendship between them two. To my degree. I mean, if you look at everybody, the comics, that's what they do. That's what they do. And he should have not charged them on stage. He should have went back, backstage and beat the shit out of them. Was it a rude comment? Yes, it was. But it's also a rude comic. That's what he does. That's what he's paid for. That's why they bring him on. They don't bring him on because he's a great little, quiet little comic and like that. No, he's a rude comic. He makes fun. Chris Rock said his growing up as a kid, he was always picked on, and he was always throwing the first jab. This came out. It's funny how it just came out after the incident. But Chris Rock said growing up, he was walked all over. People walked all over himself and bullied him all the time. So what he ended up doing is always throwing the first jab before somebody would jab him. No excuse. Was it rude? Absolutely. But it's also, it would be like Kevin Costner coming out and saying this comment to Will Smith's wife. Now that would have been unacceptable, and because he's not a rude, he's not a comic. He's not that comic. He's a regular actor. See? So what would have happened if Mel Gibson would have went up on stage and hit Chris Rock, or a white actor? They would be burning the city of Los Angeles down right now. And that's what I mean about the double standards. And I don't, what the hell? First of all, it is Hollywood. And anything in Hollywood can be fixed. If you looked at the slow motion stuff that they played back, you almost seen Chris Rock going into the slap and he bracing his face to get hit. I watch wrestling twice a week. Me and my son Joey, WWF wrestling. They can hit, and you see some of these hits are very good. Also in the movies, those hits are very good. Also, if you guys remember back in the 80s, Jerry the King Lawler he was a wrestler on David Letterman with Andy Kaufman. Kaufman called him fake and he gave him a slap. People thought that was real. That was rigged. It was fixed. They even talked about it afterwards. It was a promotional stunt on television. And Kevin Costner would have ripped Will Smith's ass, right? What about when Will Smith says, "Don't talk, get there when you talk about my wife, don't with that fucking mouth"? See, that's national television. People, there's families that watch the Oscars. There's kids that watch the Oscars, I'm sure. So I don't know. If it's Hollywood, folks, anything could be planned. There could have been something in there. I don't know. Anyway, let's talk about something real fast and go. What is something, now that I got you a different topic here, what is something that nearly killed you that you will never do again? I almost died twice in water, once in a wave pool at Wisconsin Dells, and one time on my second honeymoon on the ocean. I got the current kept taking me back, and I can't swim. I'm not a good swimmer at all. Thank God my ex-wife was a good swimmer and saved me. So I ain't going back into that ocean again, at least out in the deep, which I did because it just took me out. So that is something that, what else? People zip line, people bungee jump, people jump out of planes. Is there anything that you've done at one time that you Name something that you're afraid that would kill you. Choked on a piece of cheese in my dad's pizzeria. Okay, there you go, Connie. Telling you like it is. Trying to enjoy some pizza that dad made, and all of a sudden you start choking. It's got to be scary. I remember almost killing myself when I was trying to ski for the first time. I was so bad, ladies and gentlemen, that I didn't even make it up the bunny hill. I was on the rope, the bunny hill that takes you up. I never made it up. It rolled back down. It was the most embarrassing thing in my life, even trying to roller skate. Okay, there you go. There's a perfect one, Rosa. You're right about that. That had to scare the shit out of you. White water rafting. Oh, are you crazy? I know. I stuck my arm out to gain my balance on my 10-speed and went through the Pontiac dealer window. Almost cut my head off. Wow. See? I bet you won't do that again. Got married. The jury's still out if I make it out alive. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, there's a lot of things that can kill you. You don't even realize. Going into your own bathtub. I haven't take baths. I take showers. But, more people slip on their bathtub and die more than getting car accidents outside. Motorcycles. Getting on a motorcycle. Never see me do it. No. I almost got killed. 2021, me and my buddy Marty went up in the Eagle River. I went snowmobiling. I did it once when I was a kid. I did it again with Marty, and I almost killed myself and killed him with me at 4 miles an hour. So, folks, yeah, sports things like that are just not my cup of tea. Thank God I can sing, or they'd be in a lot of trouble. Thank God for that. All right, folks. Another thing that's really confusing here is, according to CNBC, China has to shut down certain parts of Shanghai because of COVID-19. Still effective big in China. Still a big threat out in China right now. They're separating Shanghai's in 2 phases of COVID. The real bad ones and the ones that are not as bad. Separating them into closing down the city of Shanghai. And you know what? It's almost like, and I hate to say this, but it's almost like a karma. Isn't this where this COVID came from in the first place? When they sent it to our country? So karma's a bitch. Because obviously it's still killing people out in China and Shanghai. Roseanne, how you doing, honey? I hope you're doing well. I think I mentioned yesterday your mother's birthday. If it was your mother's birthday, Rosanna, I thought you posted something. Happy birthday to you. I don't believe anyone could make a comic whoever made fun of someone with a disease that's ignorant. Jack, I agree with you, but people have been doing it for years. And just like I said, Ricky Gervais, Chris Rock, Kevin Hart, the list goes on and on. Lisa Lampanelli, Andrew Dice Clay, Sam Kinison, that's what they do. Don Rickles didn't say nothing about a disease, but he ripped you if you were an African American. He ripped you if you were Jewish. He ripped you if you were Hispanic. So it's almost the same thing as, Don Rickles. He opened for us in, I got him a gig up in Iowa, and Don Rickles walked out to this place in Iowa. And the first thing that came out of his mouth was, ladies and gentlemen, the Puerto Ricans are here. If it wasn't for you, there would be filth. There would be no filth. Now, telling a Puerto Rican like that the reason why that he's here, that's why there's filth in the world, is the same thing and degrading as it would be for the poor woman with this problem with her hair loss. So that's what I'm trying to say. These comics do this for a living. If you don't like the comic, don't listen to him. Don't watch his movies. Don't go pay to see him live. That's what they do. So it's a little, yeah. So unfortunately, yeah, you're right. Unfortunately, it's get to the point. Yeah, it's just a little crazy. It really is what's going on in this crazy world of ours. And it doesn't get any better. It's not going to get any better. I'm hoping it gets better. I don't think the comics are going to be coming out now. I think a lot of comics out there are out there just to use the word, to swear, to get attention. instead of just coming out. And so, Jack, I don't know. And then look, then you had comics like Bill Cosby, who was clean cut, never swore, but he was just sneaking drugs and raping women backstage. So what's the difference there? You see where I'm coming from? Yeah, so it's a little crazy as it is. So what else we got here, folks? Walmart will stop selling cigarettes for you cigarette smokers out there, including in most states, including the state of Florida. If you are still cigarette smokers, Walmart is closing, will stop serving. See you Thursday. Thank you, Joanne. I appreciate that very much, hon. Stay away if you get offended, Mary. I agree with you. But that's what I'm trying to say. It's crazy. Is there still smokers out there? Do you guys still smoke? I smoke cigars, obviously. I don't smoke cigarettes, but Walmart will stop selling cigarettes in most states, including Florida. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Speaking of the Oscars, here's an award, something that should have been featured all over the news, and you got a little bit of message, a little bit of promotion on social media. A Phoenix area native, Troy Contrum, is the first deaf actor to win an Oscar. So on Fox News said this. So that should have been kudos and applaud and featured on the news. Except Will Smith was up here and Chris Rock, and this gentleman here, Troy, a deaf actor, the very first one to win an Oscar, was at the bottom of the page. So there's the priorities when it comes to this crazy world that we live in. Crazy. Cosby is dealing with desperate women. They were only looking to make it in the business that never made it. Yeah, Albert, that's true. All right. According to football fans out there, the NFL, Peyton Manning bitching and complaining and telling Tom Brady, since he's unretiring, he needs to give back all the retirement gifts that he got. Someone first thought it was a joke, but Peyton Manning was very serious because I guess when you retire, you go to different stadiums and they all give you these big gifts. Well, since Tom Brady is not retiring, Peyton Manning says those gifts should be returned. And me, being a Manning fan, I totally agree. Tom Brady, return those gifts or stay retired. That's what I'm saying. Still, Carol, you're absolutely right. Still no excuse what Cosby did. Still no excuse. And how many of them that he did through the years and years and years. This guy was showing this family man comic, smiling, talking about good things, Jell-O pudding, and here he is putting the Jell-O in the you know what. So those are the people that scare me, not the guys like Chris Rock, because you know what's going to come out of his mouth because he's a comic. It's those guys who come out squeaky clean that all have back shit behind them. That's the pathetic, scary shit. Not the loud guys that talk out loud and say what they feel. Those people, I'm not worried about them at all because I see them coming a million miles away. It's the quiet ones. And this Bill Cosby, quiet one. And he was doing this to these kids and these women. So think about that shit. Think about that shit. All right, folks. It's almost time for us to go, but I want you guys, I'm going to end it with this. Show your age. Show your age, ladies and gentlemen. Show your age from the first store that was popular when at your age. Show your age. I'm going to show mine. One of my favorite stores growing up as a kid was Corvette's. So who's the person who can say, name a store that's gonna show your age or tell your age, unless you don't want to. My first store I remember was Corvette's, Weebles, Mercury, Spiegel's, Alden's, Polk Brothers. Let's talk about those stores to show your age. Show those stores. Chess King, Venture, Goldblatt's Peanut. Oh, yeah. Zare, Yeah, I used to love Zaire. Yeah, sure. Zaire Chestnut. Venture was always cool. Yeah. Yeah, those are great stores. They don't make them anymore. Corvettes, like I said, Weebles, Wards, Montgomery Wards with the cat. Yeah. Carson Perry Scott. Turnstile was cool. Yeah. Dominic's. Well, Dominic's is still there. National. Remember, there was Jewel and then there was National. Oh, yeah. Sure. Great stores back then. Lots for Less. I think there was a store called Lots for Less, if I remember growing up. Albert, everything to the public seemed squeaky clean. That's where the shock lies. Yeah, Albert, you're right. Like I said, rather have people like us who are loud and just say it like it is. Madigan's. Oh, Madigan's was big. Changes in Elmwood Park. You guys know out there. Mr. Shop. Those are places you find a new shirt for the weekend. The new shoes, the new jacket, Service merchandise. I knocked out a kid in high school for making fun of a girl with polio. There you go, Jack. Well, there you go. I agree with you. I would have knocked him out too. Learners. Yeah, Learner's Shop. My mother used to love Learner's Shop. Absolutely. I agree. Mr. Blues. Now, that I've never heard of that, Mr. Blues, Albert. Did not heard of that. Anyway, folks, it's time to come to the end of the night. And remember, folks, my 30th anniversary party. It's going to happen Sunday, May 29th at the Des Plaines Theater in Des Plaines, Illinois. Go to oshows.com. It's going to be Nick Hodges in the band, Regina Karma, Diva Montel, Kim Peterson LaFew, The Dream Police, Rat Pack, John Vincent, Jersey Girls, Mojo's Jukebox, the Matt Cassane, Jack D'Amico. The list goes on and on and on. The great Tony Toto, Danny Raimondi, all the great guys, the main event band. So it's going to be very cool. Hope you guys come out and support the 30-year anniversary. Tonight, I'm just stopping over to my buddy's house. My buddy's friends play Joe DiCafio. He's working at a place called Puck Pub in Lake Bluff. And, of course, Joe DiCafio was in a band called Jade 50s with Keith Grant. And, of course, Jimmy Sands will be there from the fame of Shadows of the Night singing Gloria. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Tomorrow we'll be at Rosario's in Roselle. Thursday, Cucina Zaza's in Park Ridge. Friday, Chicago Prime Steakhouse, the return of Rhino Ryan. Saturday, River Cafe in River Grove. And don't forget me and my buddy Jerry Jams will be at Cucina Park Ridge. A lot of great stuff, folks. Go to oshows.com for my anniversary tickets, folks. May 29th. Thank you guys so much. You guys, I want you all to have a great day, everybody. Go out and support local establishments. Don't forget, my good buddy Greg will be our guest from Taverna on Wednesday, tomorrow. 2-year anniversary coming up this Thursday. 2 years of Ocean's Pit. Me and my lovely wife will co-host on Thursday. And Friday, my good friend Patricia, she was a honey bear from the Chicago Bears. We're on. So a lot of good stuff coming up this week. God bless you all. Thanks for watching Ocean's Pit. Thanks for supporting local establishments and live entertainment. Love you all. The great words of Ringo Starr. Peace and love. Peace and love. Before we say goodnight, let's not forget our last but not least, our good buddies from, that's right, Patriot Funding Incorporated. Can't forget Patriot Funding Incorporated. Money lending at its finest right out of Roselle, Illinois. Commercial money lending. Call my buddy Dave Antonelli in Roselle. 630-675-4730. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Mr. Antonelli, if you're watching. Thank you, April, our producer. And thank you guys all. It's going to be good. A lot of fun. Again, every show is brought to you by McCampbell Law Group. Roy McCampbell, attorney at law, statewide law practice that is client-focused and results-driven. Give Roy a call at 708-275-4264. Thank you so much, everybody. TonyOceanMusic.com. Give us a call at 847-769-8609 to book a show. See you guys soon. Have a great day. God bless you, everybody. Peace and love. Nicholas, take us out, Nicholas.
Time to go. It's the end of the show. See you later from Tony O.
Bye-bye, folks.